With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington.
Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Cleveland Browns and the Seattle Seahawks. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
From the 6.
Off the play fake, Winston. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. He's got a man, complete.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game. And the Seahawks add a couple of extra DBs going with the dime look here.
Indeed, 6 on the field.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. They'll run for it with Henry. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Derrick Henry. Touchdown number 22 on the season.
And the Browns' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 7-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Off of play action, it's Watson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got a man, complete.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Watson off play action. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Here's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. The ball comes out. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
Second down and goal. Watson. On the left side, Gallup's got it. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Now Watson on 3rd and goal.
to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
So out now is the Seattle field goal team. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And his kick here is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Aku just hit the field goal. Now he kicks off. Taken in at the 3. Up to midfield. And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
I know the special teams coach will not permit himself a smile here, but inside, he's glowing. This is what he practices for. This is what he schemes. This is what he watches tape to put himself and his team in position to score points. An absolute dream return.
A first down carry for Henry. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
2nd down, they go again with Henry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. Myers' kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 43. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Going right back to Akers. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll make it second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. A great effort there. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Seahawks are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point right down the middle. And we are even at 10 apiece. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience,
Derrick Henry all alone. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that, man. One play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This one fielded at the 5. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. A shotgun snap for Watson. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
They'll run on first down with Akers. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The Seahawks at 5-3 now on the year. And they come in playing some pretty decent football, 5-3 over their last 8.
And they were able to tough it out last week, a close one-score game. And those are the kind of wins that pull you together as a team because everyone gains confidence and they feel like they can continue to get better.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead, it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. The point after is good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off tackle left with Henry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They keep it with Henry on 1st down. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
145 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Seahawks have picked it up. He's at the 50. The 30. 10. 5. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. And they've got to be still reeling from the events of a moment ago. What a turn on that last play.
You're knocking on the door. You're about to take it in. You think you're going to get some points on the board. Instead, you cough it up and watch them take it the rest of the way to the opposite end zone. That's a two-score swing that you just gave up.
Henry again on second down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On third down, Henry. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up fourth. On fourth down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. A second quarter score from L.A. Chargers have jumped out to an early lead over the Raiders. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Faking the give. Now Watson. Trying for Kirk, and he's got him on the crossing route. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Taken in at the 3. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely.
There he goes left side. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Extra point forthcoming. And that'll make this a three-score game as the lead moves to 17. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. And the play clock about to expire. Andy Reid notices it and takes a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Winston going deep downfield for Ross. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. In motion is Grant. 2nd down, they go again with Henry. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. This red zone is where the Seahawk crowd really makes it tough for an offense to communicate. It's 3rd down. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Henry is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. In motion is Grant. On 2nd and goal, Winston. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Travis Kelce from 4 yards out. And the Browns are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
This one fielded at the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
From the 29, Watson. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And able to find Kirk complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
No time now.
A give up the middle to Akers. Gets around him. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, right at the 40. Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Hey, you got to snap it. Hey, 31 line. That's 25.
They'll run out of the gun with Akers. 122 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll go again here with Akers. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. 2nd and 5 from the 8. Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 19 on the year. And the Seahawks will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now. That's caught inside the 20. A big play that time for Cleveland. 65 yards. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Jakeem Grant, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Browns have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking tough.
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Cam Akers, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Seahawks are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Amani Oruwariye.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken in at the 3. The Browns drive about to get started. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Play action now. Winston. Here's Fuller with a catch. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. He finds his man, complete. It's Grant. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
Again, it's Henry. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the 1st. Desperation time. Winston on 4th down.
And they'll work this down inside the 30. So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30.
In motion is Grant. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Running from the gun with Henry. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. The offense on 3rd down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Going deep downfield for Ross. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
4th down. Winston. Open man. It's the tight end, Kelsey.
And he's going to pick up the Browns' 1st down as the defense nowhere to be found there. A gain of 20 on 4th down.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12.
Henry again on 2nd down.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st.
A handoff running left. Henry. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Derrick Henry. taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Browns get a bit closer. So he's in for his third score of the game, and defense probably saying, man, we don't want to see this guy for a long time.
It's bad enough when anyone scores a touchdown against you, but for one person to get 3, it almost sets him apart from the rest of the game, and no one likes to see any of those players on a pedestal, not from the defensive point of view.
And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. A first down run, not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Watson now to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology.
And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. Well, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. And certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Seahawks, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll have another home date next week as the LA Rams come to town. Meanwhile,